This is a kickoff of a 6-month-long process of developing a budget for the city of San Jose. And we've been doing this since I became mayor as part of our community-based budgeting process.
We've got many of our key staff here who are also very interested in hearing your questions, the discussion, and taking that as inputs as the city manager puts together her proposed budget.
The goal of this session is to understand your priorities, as Mayor Reed described, to spend on the proposals that are in the green paper. The facilitators at the table will help you manage the process. They will handle the distribution of the money to you, but if you buy an item, or if you want to fund a proposal, you must, as a table, give the money back to the facilitator. So it's like you're spending real money.
It was really a great opportunity, and the fact that I was there originally wanting to advocate for libraries and community centers, and I was ready to fight till the end to make sure that also the Gang Prevention Task Force was saved through funding, I found that I didn't even have to because the people on my table were passionate about that already. So they were advocates with me as well, so I did not have to fight tooth and nail for the things that I wanted to originally.
Sometimes you have to bend a little bit to get, to get things done or get things funded. And sometimes if there's strong personalities, it's not that easy to get there. But other than that, it was a good exercise in getting a chance to touch base and interface with people from a diverse backgrounds across the city. And I really encourage other opportunities like that for us as community organizers to participate in.
As a first timer, my experience of it was very positive. I was engaged in the conversation around the table, watching the participants to the degree that they were willing to put forward their ideas, articulate their rationale for them, but in the final analysis was what they were willing to negotiate and interact with one another and come to a consensus position. And I was surprised how quickly that happened with respect to the priorities, because I was expecting some people to be binary in terms of something that I considered trivial. But for the most part, I was surprised the level of agreement that came across that.
Participants in this exercise have a lot of good input, and I think that it's it's worthwhile for City Council to take that into consideration when they're making these decisions. I think that there's a lot of good information being provided to them by the participants.
Well, when I walked in at 8:30, if anybody had said to me that a 1/4-cent sales tax would be more than just a tiny ripple on the pond, I'd have said they were crazy. Yet by 11:30, what we had found was that a 1/4 cent sales tax would allow us to restore partially all the city services we've lost over the last couple of years. So not everybody got everything they wanted or need, but everybody gets something. And so that's really an effort that as a group of city leaders we need to get behind, even though we know we'll have a crowded ballot.
Definitely the level of knowledge that I saw at the table. People had a lot of passion, which I expected. They had a lot of opinions, but the in-depth questions that they were able to ask that when asking them generated good discussion on the table was a real eye-opener. But I did walk out of it with a renewed sense of favorability for the city and having the vision to try to do the right thing in some really hard times and with some really difficult decisions.